Hello, and in this video, I'm going to cover 4 different types of file you can export after dithering from Dither. Now, very quickly, if you don't know what Dither is, this is a video and image dithering software that is being developed by Studio AAA, which is us/me. I will leave links below this video where you can find out more, but it's one-time purchase and we've added in lots of free updates, all based on user feedback from our existing users. So the features I'm showing today were all requested by people who bought the software before any of this was available. To get straight into it anyway, I've got Dither open here. I'm in version 3.0.2. You might be on a later version depending on when you watch this. If you've not updated to 3.0.2 yet, the version is in your emails, or you can just get in touch with me and I'll send you it, obviously. To demonstrate this properly, I'm going to be importing a video, just because you can export anything from a video basically. And I'll show the video on screen that I'm using. This is the first frame that loads up. Now, I'm not covering actual Dither effects in this video, so I'm just going to add something pretty basic here with the modulated diffuse Y method, and I will up the scale a little bit just because the first export method I'm going to show you, if you go to File, Export, is export as vector. Now, you'll notice it says here experimental in brackets. All that really means is the way this has been implemented into Dither is, in my opinion, so good that it might crash your computer, or it might crash whatever software you use to work with vectors, because it's going to export your image, whatever you've dithered at whatever size you've dithered it at, no matter how complex and highly detailed you might have done things, it's going to export it basically flawlessly. I've not found any errors when I've been exporting my vectors from Dither. So the experimental is there just to say, if you're about to try and export a frame from a 4K video as a vector like I'm about to do, it might be a little bit laggy. So I'm going to hope this doesn't crash, but you get a little warning error message pop up that basically just says everything I just said. So I'm going to press yes on mine, and I'll just name mine vector demo. So it's just loading for a second, and I get another pop-up just warning me that I've exported quite a large vector file. I've already explained that to you. And for me, I work in Adobe Illustrator whenever I worked with vector files, but it does just export an SVG file, meaning you can open it in whatever you use, basically. One of the most common questions we get about Dither is this a plugin, or why isn't this a plugin? And that is basically why. So I don't even know what other vector software there is, because I rarely work with vectors, to be honest with you. But the reason that it is a software rather than a plugin is so that then you can use it no matter who you are, where you're working, where your main bulk of your work is. You can just use the software. You don't have to have an Adobe subscription. But as you can see, here it is. That probably looks a little bit weird in the recording because I'm just all the way zoomed out, but you've got all the layers here. As you can see, if you come into the layers palette, it's going to be quite a lot here, but everything is here. I know for certain people who requested this feature, it's because they work on quite complex print projects. So if you are just working on images for web or digital stuff, you probably don't need this, and you're probably not going to need to use this. But if you make physical products, embroidery, stuff like that, then I'm told that this is very, very useful. So that covers vector export. And just to prove that these are all real, if I just highlight all these, there you go. So that's nice and laggy on my computer, but look, they are all actual real vectors, and it is directly from this frame of a video of a cat that I got from a stock photo website. So I'm going to close that now and move on to the next type of export. So this is my favorite type of export. Again, this was requested by someone. If you just go File, Export, and Copy to Clipboard, let's say you're in Photoshop, even like Microsoft Word or Microsoft Paint or whatever, and you copy to Clipboard, you don't want to mess around saving each individual version of your Dither. You can just paste it in, and there it is. You then come back into Dither, and let's change, the effect that we're working with. So like this, and then File, Export, Copy to Clipboard, back into Photoshop, paste again, and it just allows you to really, really quickly get multiple dithers done and exported back to wherever your main workflow is. Obviously, the PSD file that I've got open here, the Photoshop document I'm actually working, has nothing going on. But if you had like an effect or something already built up in here and you were just wanting to preview different dithers in effect or in that layer style, in that texture or whatever, then the copy and paste to clipboard thing is really useful. So I'm going to close Photoshop down altogether now, because let me just change over again to, let me go Gaussian dithering like this. So if we now go to File, Export, and Export to Photoshop, and if we just wait a second, you can see it's loading. Now my screen is an ultra wide, so you probably won't see the entire thing pop up, but you can see Photoshop just open behind Dither in the background, and I'll just resize this. What's happened, by the way, if you noticed, the Photoshop I just had open a minute ago was Photoshop 2024, but it's opened the latest version, which I have installed, which is 2025. But yeah, as you can see, it's opened directly into Photoshop, straight from Dither. Sometimes this one, especially on Mac, or if you've got Photoshop stuff open already, sometimes Photoshop will deny the request, or like your operating system will deny the request basically. Obviously we don't have any power over your Photoshop session and stuff in Dither, but this basically just tells your computer if there is something called Photoshop installed, open that up and put this image in there basically, and that's what that does. To show you the next export we can do, I'm just going to open up a Photoshop document and hide the background layer, because if you go to File, Export and Save as PNG, name your file and save it somewhere, and then come back into Photoshop or wherever you're working and drag that in. As you can see, you get just the white values, no black background, and you can export your dither as an actual real PNG at the actual exact size. You can see here we're still at 3840 by 2160, and there is no background. True, actual, real PNG, not one of those fake PNGs that you've seen on Google Images, or not just a PNG that still has a black background. Now, the second to last way you can export from Dither is nothing special at all, but I've obviously got a video open here. We've dithered the first frame of that video with this Gaussian dither style, but let's say I just want to export the frame rather than the entire video. You can do that just in File, Export and Save, or you can use the quick export button here at the top right. If I just hide that PNG and drag that in now, as you can see, it's just a normal JPEG of a cat. So all of that was from a video. We've got JPEG from a video, PNG from a video, vector from a video, copy to clipboard from a video. You can do that from images too, but in order to show you the last way of exporting, obviously if you import a video and export it, then it will dither the entire video, and you just do that through File and Video, and then click on Export Video, and this will take a minute for me to actually get the file. And we are hopefully working on, maybe if it's doable, adding some more advanced video features. But as you can imagine, with everything I just described, making whatever advanced video features we make work with things like vector export and all these over 50 different styles we've got now in Dither it's not just like a 2-minute job. So this is every export as it stands in version 302. The only one I've not covered in this video, and it's because I'm going to show it in another video, is batch exporting, but I'm going to show that in a different video. So if you want to know about batch exporting, then that video is coming. And just before I end the video, if you want to request a tutorial, if there's something really specific you want me to show you how to do in Dither, or if there is a feature that you would like to request, the best place to do that is in our Discord. So if you go into Dither and click Extras and Discord, you can join up here. It takes me a minute to get through all the invite clicks, but I will obviously approve you eventually. We're keeping this private for now, just to keep it small, because I found that Discords kind of die when you just let anyone join them. But I put early links to tutorials and other resources here in the previews and updates channel. So for example, Yen from the Discord requested this video dithering tutorial that I made, the last video. So yeah, if there's something you want to see, let me know in here and I will very likely make it. But other than that, I will show you the video I got here on screen so you can see it did work. And I'll leave links to everything I talked about in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.